You, you. What's up, y'all? Tell it like it is TV, man. Let's talk about it, y'all. So first of all, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button is, that's right, y'all. The like button is free. All right, man. So fair accuse, fair accuse. Shout out to Uncle Shay Shay. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay. Did an interview with Oscar De La Hoya, and they talked about Floyd Mayweather. Pretty much asked him what it makes Floyd Mayweather so special, this, that, and the third. And they also, Oscar kept it real about a lot of things, and I know that we watched them have feuds and they had a beef and this, that, and the third, and we think that it's, a lot. Like I said, Oscar could have got up here and just been absolutely just hating on Floyd, this, that, and the third. He had the platform to do it, but he didn't, and he kept it real, you know what I'm saying, about a lot of things when it came down to Floyd Mayweather. So, I tip my cap off to Oscar for being a man and keeping it 1,000, you know what I'm saying, keeping it 100, you know what I mean? Also in this interview, I'm going to do a separate video on this. It's not going to be today because I actually have to listen to the interview. So I will do a separate video on this one, or on Oscar. But he talked about Canelo Alvarez, and y'all know I've been telling y'all niggas for years that there's no way that I would put Canelo Alvarez over Oscar De La Hoya. I just can't do it because Oscar, win, lose, or draw, was out here fighting everybody. Win, lose, or draw. He made the best fights that he could possibly make, whether it was up in weight, down in weight, whatever the case may be. He had the heart of a fighter. That's what the heart of a fighter means. You know what I'm saying? Because Oscar De La Hoya was known as the Golden Boy. He was the A side to a lot of fights at the end of the day. And he could have used his A side flex. I ain't gotta fight him. If they want me to fight him, they gotta. I mean, he did pull that shit off, but he still fought these kind of guys. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever the case may be. So yeah, we're definitely going to talk about that because, I get Canelo fans that come in my comment section and act like I just be hating on Canelo. Like, bro, his resume is not on, his resume is nowhere near Oscar De La Hoya's resume. So for people running around here acting like Canelo is like the best Mexican boxer of all time, like y'all gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta chill. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even Mexican and I'm gonna say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta chill out. Y'all fanned out at the end of the day, straight up and down. But anyway, fair accuse, fair accuse, fair accuse. So we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this interview with Oscar De La Hoya and Shannon Sharp.
What makes Floyd so unique? Because he fought, he fought Pacquiao, he fought you, he fought Gotti, he fought Corrales, he fought Ricky Hatton. He fought so many, and all these guys, a lot of these guys had titles at the time, or were former world champions like yourself. Sure. What makes him so unique?
His pedigree. Look, I'm good friends with his father. Mm-hmm. The best trainer I've ever had.
Wow,
by far. He is, well, except for the professor who trained me for the Chavez fight when I beat Chavez in 1996. Mm-hmm. But Floyd Sr. is the best trainer I've ever had. He's a teacher. And that's what Floyd Jr. grew up with. He grew
All right. So
up with a teacher who disciplined him to be the very, very best.
All right. So when we're talking about disciplining and being hard on your kids, because I'm pretty sure, Floyd Sr. was on Floyd ass. I'm pretty sure of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he was on Floyd ass. Like, y'all remember how, like, the Jackson family, right? Y'all remember the movie, the whole movie, for those that seen the movie of the Jackson 5, how hard, goddamn Joe Jackson used to come in there. Joe Jackson was whooping ass if they was Joe Jackson was whooping ass, you know what I'm saying? If they spunk the wrong way or didn't get the right step, Joe Jackson was pulling out belts and putting belt to ass at the end of the day, straight up and down. And he whipped his kids into perfection. And that's how we got Michael Jackson. If it wasn't for goddamn Joe Jackson, yes, it's hard. It could be hard. It could be tough. It could be seen as harsh and cruel. And damn, that's no way to treat your children. But look at today's society with a lot of these kids now. A lot of these kids, they don't respect their parents. You can't even whoop your kid ass no more because, you worried about DS. Damn, I can't even get the fucking But anyway, you worried about these people coming and taking your kids away because you whooping their ass and shit like that. A lot of these kids need belt to ass. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids need to get their ass whooped straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of these kids, you know what I mean? It's just crazy nowadays. But anyway, Floyd Mayweather Sr., I'm pretty sure was very hard on Junior, very hard on him. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and teaching him the game, even though Floyd Sr. wasn't the greatest of boxers, right? But he fought Sugar Ray Leonard. His uncle Roger Mayweather, also became a champion. You know, well, he actually was the one that became a champion. But I think he fought Julio Cesar Chavez, who's a legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? So his family was a fighting family. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather's family was a fighting family, period. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going.
And I love his patience. I love the fact that he's a hard hitter and he has a chin. See, people discredit him for not having a chin. He has a chin, and he had.
All right, and Floyd definitely has a chin because Floyd was getting caught with some tremendous punches. You know what I'm saying? Tremendous punches that probably would have knocked out the average human being and probably would have knocked down the average fighter at the end of the day. But like I said, man, not only his chin though, but his will to win. You know what I'm saying? That nigga was willing to die in that ring. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down.
It's a big heart. So I love the fact that he's a hard hitter and he has a chin. See, people discredit him for not having a chin. He has a chin and he has a big heart. So I think that what makes him unique.
All right. So having that chin and having that heart, that big heart, and what I'm basically saying is that will to win. That's what Michael Jordan was all known about. That will to win. He was willing to, whatever it was going to take, he was going to make it do what it do to make sure the Bulls won. The Bulls got a dub. And if they didn't get a dub, goddamn it, we was going to get it together. And we going by the time the playoffs come, we going to be ready to get out here and put belt to ass at the end of the day. Put foot to ass and go get these championship rings. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, when the chips is down, we're going to find a way to climb up through the ranks and get this and get the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather could be, guys could be bigger than him. He could have people rooting against him. He could have the world. He could have an arena. He could have everybody rooting against him. But when they get in that ring at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's just me versus you. And it don't matter how hard you hit, you know what I'm saying? How bigger you are, how stronger you are, how faster you are, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to win. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to win, period. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Anyway, let's let this keep going.
Is obviously his boxing ability, but his ring generalship is what for me. He knows how to pick his spots. He knows how to get you tired without even throwing punches. It's great.
And the crazy part about it is, we seen, and that's what I say. If y'all want to do comparisons to anybody being a young pretty boy Floyd, you can use Tank. What we seen Tank do with Frank Martin in the last fight that he just had, right? What we watched Tank do. We watched Tank pretty much make Frank Martin use so much energy and get that boy tired at the end of the day without really throwing punches. Floyd was great at that too. Floyd to use that shoulder roll, Floyd to go up against them ropes and let a motherfucker just wail out on him. You know what I'm saying? And that takes extreme skill to be able to do that because here it is, a motherfucker's throwing their hardest punches at your ass and you just catching them shoulder, catching them on the glove, catching them here, making the motherfucker completely miss, ducking the shot, moving this way, countering that way, you know what I'm saying? And without really throwing punches, period, when your ass is missing these punches and you're not actually connecting on these punches at the end of the day, nigga, you're gonna get tired. For anybody that been in a fist fight at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You already know, if your ass, if even a hard 10 seconds and your ass is throwing blows at the end of the day, nigga, if you ain't catching nigga at the end of the day, you go and y'all stop, shit kind of get broken up or, y'all start wrestling or whatever and niggas break it up and, no, hold on, break that shit up, you know what I'm saying? And then, y'all line it back up again. Nigga, you gonna be tired, you know what I'm saying? So, let alone a nigga got to fight, a whole 3 minutes after that or a whole 2.5 minutes of shit like that, bro. And you know what I mean? You're gonna be winded than a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let this keep going, though.
Easy. I mean, I can figure this out, but that's who Floyd is, and that's what made him great.
But people say he don't have any knockouts. He doesn't have power.
Oh, he has power. He has power. He has power.
And I told y'all back in the days when I first started doing my channel on my original channel that got deleted, but I told y'all like, bro, everybody's saying Floyd Mayweather ain't got power. Money Mayweather ain't, because Pretty Boy Floyd was knocking niggas the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? He was accumulation of power and speed and combinations that was just getting niggas the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But Floyd has power. The reason why you know he got power is because nobody's just running in there to because a nigga that ain't got no power, a motherfucker just gonna walk you down and knock your ass out. You know what I'm saying? But Floyd has enough power that when he hits your ass, you like, whoa, 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 whoa. I can't keep getting hit with that. You know what I'm saying? For anybody that, like I said, you don't boxed or you don't been in enough fist fights, you know what I'm saying? When motherfucker got enough power, bro, you feel that shit. You be like, whoa, hold on. You get cautious. You be like, you know what I'm saying? Hold up, this ain't no bitch ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? This ain't no bitch ass nigga. This nigga got some force to him, you know what I'm saying? That nigga is goddamn Dark Vader and shit, you know what I'm saying? May the force be with you, and old Star Wars looking ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? So, nigga got some power, bro. You're gonna be cautious about just throwing your head in there at the end of the day, straight up and down, or getting caught with that shit. I mean, you get very cautious at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Let it keep going.
I mean, he didn't hurt me, but he has power. He has a lot.
Oscar, he almost dropped your ass in that fight. What are you talking about, Oscar? Now, see, Oscar capping in that because Floyd Mayweather was on them ropes and he was shoulder rolling his ass. Oscar came through and da-da! And in between them shots, Floyd caught his ass. I want to say Floyd caught him with a left hook. Boom! And buckled Oscar. You know what I'm saying? So to say that he ain't hurt you, bro. I mean, unless Oscar's meaning by hurt, like as in being knocked down or stumbling and shit like that. He did bucket your ass though. You know what I'm saying? So Oscar capping on that.
I have a good chin. Pacquiao didn't hurt me.
Right.
Bernard didn't hurt me. I mean, he caught me with that body shot.
Right.
Oscar. See, Oscar capping now. Like, Shady, come on, Shady. You like this nigga. What do you mean Bernard Hopkins ain't hurt you? Nigga, you was rolling around in the ring from the body shot, bro. Oscar, come on, Oscar, man. Don't do that. Don't do that in front of Nigga Nation. Come on, Oscar, man. Come on, Oscar. Don't do that shit, dog. Don't do that in front of Nigga Nation, dog. Straight up and down. Come on, man. Bernard Hopkins had your ass rolling around the ring. I remember watching that shit as a kid. That was one of the funniest knockouts that I ever seen back in that time. You know what I'm saying? Well, not as a kid, because, I was, damn. What was that fight again? That fight was like, 2000, 2001? Damn, when was it? Damn, I gotta actually remember. But I remember watching that fight because my uncles and shit like that were big fight fans. So I remember watching that fight, and it was a big thing of De La Hoya and Bernard. They both was them guys. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by Oscar fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? He fought everybody. Everybody who was the man, he fought them niggas. Straight up and down. But I remember watching that fight, and when he folded that nigga with that body shot, Oscar was rolling around in that ring. Nigga, that body shot hurt, nigga. I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get up here and cap like that, fam. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because we can type up the highlights of you rolling around in the ring after Bernard hit you with that body shot. Don't do that, Oscar. Don't do that shit, though.
I have a good chin, but Floyd does have power.
But if you look at Floyd at the lighter weight class, he was stopping people.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't until he got to 147, 154, and in his hands,
right.
He had to be careful with his hands because the last thing you want to do is throw a shot, break a hand, and then all of a sudden you got to fight the next 10, 11 rounds with a broken hand.
Well, I think what happened with Floyd is, and this is where he played it smart. You have to give credit where credit is due. Floyd, after he beat me, if you notice, he became Money Mayweather.
Yes.
Well, he became a businessman.
Yes.
So then now, okay, let me have my career. The longevity of my career. I'm gonna extend it as long as possible. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna get hit. I'm gonna throw punches and pick and choose, so my career can last longer and make more money.
Right.
And that's what Floyd always talks about. He always talked even during that time. Floyd always talked about it was about being smart and shit like that. That's why, the shit is so old now with Floyd, with Mark, it's all about making smart investments and da-da-da-da. We pick at Floyd about that shit because, it's like a ongoing, you already know what Floyd gonna say anytime this nigga gets a camera on him. It is what it is. But, Floyd did do a great job with picking his spots when he decided to pick up the pace when he was fighting, especially when he became Money May. Now, he didn't become Money May after he fought De La Hoya. He became Money May, I want to say, for the Cotto fight, because he was like, I want to say it was after the Cotto fight. It's pretty much when the nigga got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Right before he went into jail is when he became Money May, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? Because he fought Cotto, and then after that, I think he fought Shane. No, damn. It might have been the Shane Mosley fight. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but it is what it is. But he always talked about that shit, just being smart and things like that, picking and choosing. But, a lot of those fights, though, the Shane Mosley fight was entertaining. The Miguel Cotto fight before he went to jail, that fight was hella entertaining. I remember watching that, rest in peace of my Uncle Don. But yeah, man, that fight was heavily entertaining, man. Him and Cotto going after it. Floyd was fighting that man. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was really fighting that man. And as far as the Money Mayweather stage, I'm more called the Money Mayweather stage is, when he got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? When he fought, Robert Guerrero's, when he fought the Canelo, when he fought, Pacquiao, he fought fucking Maidana twice. You know what I'm saying? I count those more as the Money Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Pretty Boy Floyd was anything up, to my personal opinion, anything up until before he went to jail.
Very smart. Had Floyd been around in the 80s and he had to fight Hagler, he had to fight Leonard, he had to fight Hearns, he had to fight Barkley, or let's just say some of those Durant, how would he have fared with those? Because all those guys had dynamite. Yeah. Sugar Ray was a lot harder puncher than people give him credit for. Oh yeah. And he had a heart of a lion. How would Floyd would have fared? Now, I'm not saying he'd probably go up to, because Floyd is a small man, and that's what makes it. He was so great because he's not having to drop 20, 30 pounds to make 147. Exactly. He's probably walking around at 150 his entire life. Oh, yeah.
He's a professional.
Yes.
He knows how to stay lean.
Yes.
And stay active and always in the gym and fighters and kids who want to become champions should emulate exactly what Floyd did inside the ring, inside the gym. And you asked me the question about the 80s and the four kings, right?
Yes.
Duran and Hearns and Hagler and
Leonard.
It would have been quite interesting. I would have probably called it the Five Kings. He's that worthy of fighting those guys and making great fights. Mm-hmm. Everybody had their own unique style.
Yes.
Duran was a beast.
Yes.
Hagler was a beast.
Yes.
Sugar Ray Leonard was a beast. I mean, Hearns. And either one had their own, attributes, whether it was a right hand from Hearns, punches and bunches from Duran, who would just eat you alive, and Sugar Ray Leonard.
There might be other music distros, but trust, they ain't us. At United Masters, we are the artist hub.
Punches and bunches from Duran, who would just eat you alive, and Sugar Ray Leonard just had it all.
Right.
So I don't know. It's hard to say whether he would have won or lost, but I think being in the mix would have made it that much more exciting.
Because back.
All right. So, a lot of people like to go, back into the old school. I think another reason why Oscar's probably saying that is because Oscar feels like he could have competed against those particular guys as well. You know what I'm saying? But yes, Floyd is definitely could have competed against the Durans, the Hearns. Those would have definitely made for some hellified fights. I mean, one of the greatest fights that I've ever watched, in my opinion, one of the greatest fights I've ever watched. Now, I wasn't, born at the time, but, as somebody that loves boxing, one of the greatest fights would be Hagler and Hearns, bro. Them niggas was, man, listen, you talking about a slugfest. Them niggas from the bell was going at it, you know what I'm saying? All the way until a nigga got knocked out, you know what I'm saying? That fight, I think, only lasted like 4 or 5 rounds, you know what I'm saying? And each, from the very, bro, watching that shit is crazy. Them niggas was, you would have thought them niggas like somebody was sleeping with somebody's wife or something. Like, them niggas was going at it. I'm like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? You would have thought somebody's mama life was on the line. Like, if one of y'all niggas lose, You know what I'm saying? Somebody mama gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You know, niggas love their mama. You know what I mean? So, you know. You know what I mean? Them niggas was thumping. I'm like, damn, like, hold up, man. It was no boxing strategy to that shit. Like, them niggas was really going at it. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the greatest fights I've ever seen, in my personal opinion.
Then, as you said, after he fought you, he became more of a businessman. But back then, there was no, you had to fight. You know, if you go back and look at the 70s and 80s with the heavyweight, Norton had to fight Ali. Ali had to fight Frazier. Frazier had to fight Foreman. Foreman had to fight so forth and so on.
And this is where the game is fucking up now in today's times. In today's times, it's too much like politics going on now. And it's fucking up the game low key. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a lot of these fraud ass boxers out here that's acting like they want smoke and then they really don't want smoke. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of clout chasers as boxers now. And that's fucking the game up too as well. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, motherfuckers had to see, you had to see if that person was number one in the division, you had to see that person. Or if this young motherfucker that's coming through the ranks and worked his way up, you had to fight him. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no ducking this man. You had to fight this dude. You know what I'm saying? But not only in today's time now where it's a lot of politics in the game, it's a lot of bullshit. And it really, like I said, boxing used to be the number one sport in America. But because of all this janky shit and the politics and all this weird ass shit happening now, you know, boxing is completely fell off. You know, football has taken over, basketball is over boxing. But when boxing at its essence, who don't love watching a fight? You know what I'm saying? Who don't love watching a fight? Let's just keep it straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga start fighting in the parking lot, motherfucker gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker gonna pull out their phones and all kind of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So motherfuckers love watching fights. People love boxing, but the politics of boxing have gotten so bad that it's literally destroyed the game, man. It really has. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm letting it keep going.
Yes. And so there was no situation, there was no business, and he came along at the great time. Right. Not to discredit him, because he's transcendently great. Sure. But in that era, there was no businessman like Floyd turned out to be during that era, so he'd have had to fight.
Well, look, what people don't understand and know, or maybe forget, I promoted Floyd's 16 fights roughly when we were building him. Mm-hmm. You know, he was under Golden Boy Promotions, and obviously I own Golden Boy Promotions.
Right. Was that after Top Rank?
That was right after Top Rank.
Okay.
And so we got him the Ricky Hand fight. We positioned him to fight, you know, Juan Manuel Marquez, Canelo.
So Oscar is basically, you know, what we all know that, you know, Golden Boy was promoting a lot of Floyd's fights, you know what I'm saying? And they made a lot of money together, period, you know what I'm saying? Even though De La Hoya did want to see that nigga lose, I ain't gonna sit up and hold you know what I'm saying? De La Hoya did make it seem like he was propositioning Floyd, like he was backing Floyd the whole time, like, nigga, stop. Don't get up here capping in front of nigga nation, dog. Don't you do it, Oscar. Don't you do it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was doing business together, but let's keep it real. You wanted your fighters to beat Floyd, okay? But anyway, let's let it keep going.
Who actually, I told Canelo, do not fight Floyd because you're too young. You have no experience. Right.
Well, but he's a much bigger man.
No, he is, but he's 21 years old, flexing his muscles like, I can take on Floyd. I'm the very best. Guess what? You got schooled.
He got cooked. Canelo got cooked. Got up there. I could beat Floyd. Floyd ain't shit. A lot of people thought they could beat Floyd because it looked easy. You know what I'm saying? It looked easy, like, oh, you know, but like I said, you're not the one taking punches from this nigga Floyd. It don't even like he hit hard. He ain't knocking nobody out. Yeah, why you think these niggas get in front of him and then all of a sudden these niggas, like, they be like a deer in headlights because they like, hold up, this nigga is really strong. You know what I'm saying? I ain't think he can really punch hard for real. And then when they get caught with a solid right hand, or not even a solid right hand, when they get hit with a jab, they like, hold up, this nigga actually can hit hard. It's too late now. Now you're in the middle of the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's round one. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. I say the best approach to fighting Floyd, a guy like Floyd, is the way Maidana fought him. The way Maidana fought him is the only way you really can go out. And Maidana almost got his ass dropped in that first round against Floyd. Even though Floyd got buckled in that, but that's the perfect way you have to go about fighting Floyd. You got to be willing to get knocked the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? And McDonough was willing to get knocked out first round, straight up and down. You know what I mean? So it was what it was. But anyway, but as far as Canelo goes, yeah, Canelo thought he can go up in there and, I'll fight him. I'll drop down and weight. I'll do it at a catch weight, this, that, and the third. Floyd said, okay, you think shit's sweet. A lot of niggas thought Floyd was just sweet, easy money. You know what I'm saying? And then they get in there and get cooked at the end of the day.
You got schooled.
Pitch the shutout.
Exactly. I mean, it wasn't even close. So my point is, Floyd played his cards right. If there was ever a winner in Las Vegas, it's Floyd.
It's Floyd. Let me ask you a question. Why didn't you guys have a rematch? You and Floyd.
Why didn't we have a rematch? Well, this is something that the world doesn't know, and I'm going to actually say it now. We had a rematch for a year contractually. Guess what Floyd did? He retired for a year and 1 day.
Now, he did do that, though. You know what I'm saying? Floyd did retire. He did retire, actually. That did happen. That is facts. But, was he scared of Oscar? I don't think so. I just don't think he liked it, the contract that he was under. So he beat Oscar. Oscar made this nigga do all kind of crazy shit, chose the gloves. He had Floyd fighting in, y'all go back and watch that fight. He had Floyd fighting in big gloves, okay? Now, Floyd was able to fight in the gloves that he would be regulated for him. He probably would have beat the shit out of Oscar, real talk, because, Oscar could take a punch, but like he says, no, Floyd got power. You know what I'm saying? And he's done seen what Floyd, because Floyd was trying to chase Oscar ass for years before that fight actually happened. Floyd been wanting to fight Oscar. He been wanting to fight Shane Mosley. So when people be out here, he fought Shane Mosley, because Shane Mosley was running from this nigga. They didn't want to fuck with Pretty Boy Floyd. You know what I'm saying? They wanted a piece of Money Mayweather. They didn't want no parts of Pretty Boy Floyd. They didn't want no parts of that. You know what I'm saying? That nigga Pretty Boy Floyd was out there. That nigga was out there beating the shit out of niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Arturo Gotti, man. But the way he did him was filthy. You know what I'm saying? The way he did him was filthy. The way he did, rest in peace, Diego Corrales. The way he did Diego Corrales was nasty work. And niggas thought, listen, let's keep it a dollar bean. A lot of people thought Floyd was going to get his ass whooped by goddamn Diego Corrales. Because Diego Corrales was bigger. He was the bigger man. You know what I'm saying? He was taller. You know what I'm saying? And people thought that he was going to beat the shit out of Floyd. They were like, oh, yeah, this is going to be Floyd humbling moment. And Floyd went in there and cooked that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Cooked him. Even when his pops threw that... when that nigga pops threw the goddamn... when he threw the towel in at the end of the day, he jumped on that apron and was staring at Floyd like he wanted to kill that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But he had to do it because Diego Corrales was going to beat the fuck out of Diego Corrales. And his father saved him. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. I know he was upset with his pops after that, but listen, man, your pop saved you, bro. You know what I mean? Straight up and down, because Floyd was toe tagging this nigga, dog. And he was just too fast. He was just, Floyd is unbelievable, bro. And that's why I get upset when you get these commentators out here just trying to compare every little young boxer to Floyd Mayweather. Like, yo, y'all niggas gotta chill, nigga. Y'all gotta chill. There's only one Money Mayweather. There's only one Pretty Boy Floyd. There's only one. You know what I'm saying? He is a one of one. Stop it. Let these niggas be who they gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's a one of one. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down.
The contract expired, and I was asked out. That's it.
Had you had the rematch, do you feel you could have avenged what happened earlier?
No. My body was breaking down.
All right. So even Oscar understands that. And that's what I'm saying. I was getting ready to pause it and say that, they still did business together because he understood that Floyd at this point, because Oscar had his time of being the golden boy. You know what I'm saying? He had his time, made his money. Now he's in the promotional game, the promotional arena at the end of the day. So, he probably would have wanted that rematch and make some more money and have the better contract at the end of the day because he was taking 80-20. He was choosing the ring and all this other stuff. And, Floyd probably wouldn't have got that in a rematch. He probably wouldn't have even got that in a rematch. You know what I'm saying? He would have got probably the same deal or 50-50. You know what I'm saying? So Floyd probably was like, man, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm the man now. You know what I'm saying? because Floyd really carried that promotion to the Oscar De La Hoya fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Floyd was doing so much shit talking. I mean, he was Floyd was doing so much shit talking, in that it made people want to see the fight, and it made people hate Mayweather too. Let's get this clear too. All that shit he was doing. I mean, people hated Mayweather in general because they don't like a nigga really talking shit. You know what I mean? They like a nigga to be humble and da 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 da, and I'm thankful for this and I'm thankful for that. They don't really like a shit talking nigga, and Floyd was like a shit talking nigga. He was flashy, jewelry, money. You know what I'm saying? Flashing money all over the place. But and then get people fucked up in the game to, because people only see that, but they didn't see the hard work that nigga was putting in. They ain't see them hours in the gym, the dedication of not drinking, not smoking. You know what I'm saying? Even when a nigga will go clubbing, he'll go to the club and the nigga lead a club and be running to the gym. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this how dedicated this nigga was. But when you see the nigga on camera, he flashing money, he driving cars, he talking shit to opponents and shit like that. But you ain't see the hard work that nigga put in. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's just keep going though.
My body was over it. That was the final. Yeah, that was the last straw. I felt it in the 7th, 8th round, where because my jab is my weapon.
Right.
I throw my jab and nobody can beat me.
Right.
And I just couldn't throw it. And so it was over. My body was breaking down. I fought Pacquiao, and I was a dead man walking.
Now, y'all remember when Floyd, because remember there was the whole saga over the internet over this Pacquiao Mayweather. That was one of the nastiest, man, that Mayweather Pacquiao saga, man. Oh my goodness. The internet was just, this shit was crazy. The YouTube was, ooh, my goodness. That saga was nasty. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, for those that remember when Floyd was out there saying, hey, he was like, look, when I fought Oscar at his natural weight, which was true. He fought Oscar at 154, went up there and beat that man. You know what I'm saying? He was like, when Pacquiao fought him, he was a dead man in that ring. Now I think we probably like at least 8 to 10 years after, probably 10 years. Yeah, we probably 10 years ago from when Floyd had that interview, and now it's 10 years later, and Oscar's admitting that he was a dead man walking when he fought Pacquiao, which was true. You know what I'm saying?
I walked inside the ring, and my legs were shaking, and I was like, please just knock me out. Just stop me right here.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Oscar, if you know your body is breaking down, you know you're not the fighter that you once were, why take a fight with Pacquiao when you know he's a dangerous man?
Because I dared to be great.
Okay, and that's what happens. When you're daring to be great, man. You listen, man. It is what it is. Even Oscar knew. Look, I ain't got no shot. Once I ain't got no shot at this shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. His body broke down. All the partying and things like that. Oscar wasn't the greatest of. I won't say he wasn't dedicated to his craft, but he wasn't dedicated into taking care of his body because, like I said, Oscar was a hell of a fighter. Oscar is a true champion at heart, in my personal opinion. And he fought everybody. And like I said, he dared to be great. Even he knew going into that ring, I can't fuck with this dude. You know what I'm saying? I done drained myself to get down to this weight to fight this little motherfucker at a catch weight. He on the power pellets. He taking them steroids. Allegedly, Pacquiao was taking them steroids. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I believe that nigga was taking them steroids. I'm gonna keep it $1 with y'all. I don't think that nigga was fighting niggas on the up and up. I think he definitely was on the juice. You know what I mean? But Oscar De La Hoya dared to be great, man. He was a hell of a fighter, man. I got hell of a respect for Oscar. You know what I mean? I don't have that same level of respect for Canelo. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? Canelo to me is a low key a coward ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's let it keep going.
I always dared to be great.
You already had that, Oscar.
I want some more.
You and Floyd fought on, if I'm not mistaken, it was Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Cinco de Mayo, yeah.
When you saw him come out there with his Mexican gear on, what were you thinking?
I was thinking with the hats on backwards, at least put it on right. No, it was appropriate. I was just thinking at that time, man, I want to knock his ass out.
Right. Right.
Because I'm a competitor. Right. But then you think, because I'm a businessman too, I started Golden Boy Promotions way before I even finished fighting.
Correct.
So I was already thinking, wow, what a genius. That's a great marketing tool there. And sure enough, Floyd was built to be the villain. Floyd was built with his opponents that we put in front of him, from Miguel Cotto to everybody.
Ernie presents magically made fudge stripes.
Opponents that we put in front of him, from Miguel Cotto to everybody. He was the villain, and in a movie, you need the hero and the villain, and Floyd was the perfect villain. People love to hate him, and guess what? He made a whole career about it, and he's one of the greatest.
All right. And sometimes, like I said, you could be dealing with this kind of shit at your job. You know what I'm saying? In your walk of life, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, listen, man. Some people gonna hate you for whatever reason they're gonna hate you, and that's just what it's gonna be. But you can't let that stop you from what you have as goals or what you want to accomplish, whether it's life. We ain't even gotta talk about Floyd Mayweather. We just talking some real life shit. You could be getting hated on at your job. People in your family can be hating on your success or things that you want to achieve and accomplish. I don't think you should do that. I don't think, You know what I'm saying? But if you believe in that shit, then that's all that fucking matters at the end of the day. Floyd Mayweather believed he was the fucking absolute best nigga out here and ain't nobody fucking with me. And he believed that shit. And he stood on business. And he actually put in the work, took care of his body. And, we out here talking about Floyd TBE. You know what I'm saying? Hard work, dedication. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, he built himself up to be the perfect villain. Sometimes sometimes you gotta be the villain. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's okay to be the villain, dog. Straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be liked by every motherfucking body. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You know what I mean? Because when you want to be liked by everybody, that means you got to be kissing folks' ass and shit like that. You got to be talking about motherfuckers behind their back and shit like that. Like, I'm cool with all that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Motherfucker don't like me because I'm going to keep it real with a motherfucker. Then fuck it then. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Nigga hate me then. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You know what I mean? Any job I've ever been at, regardless whether a motherfucker got a higher position than me or not, listen, man. If it ain't something I ain't fucking with or I ain't with you, bro, I'm gonna speak my mind. If that's gonna make me the fucking villain, then fuck it then. Know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck it. Know what I'm saying? Straight up and down.
Do you think people tune in to watch greatness or tune in to watch him lose?
A lot of people tuned in to watch him lose, but a lot of people also tuned in to watch greatness.
Now, I've been around a lot of people, okay? I've been around a lot of people, especially for these Floyd Mayweather fights, that wanted to see that nigga lose. They were purchasing the pay-per-view and throwing fight parties just to see that nigga get his ass whooped, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? And every time, you know what I mean? Either I went to their fight parties or we had money on the fight, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, they always ended up salty at the end of the fight. Always. You know what I'm saying? And the winner, Floyd Money Mayweather. Niggas was salty handing over that money. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was salty handing that bread over. I ain't gonna sit up here and hold you, know what I mean? Niggas was real salty and quiet, you know what I'm saying? But hey, they drug of hate for that man was so deep. They couldn't even stop. They would the next fight party, they be willing to throw the same amount of money. It's like, damn, these niggas do not learn. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe in Jesus. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe in Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather is the Jesus of goddamn boxing, straight up and down. Just like Michael Jordan is the goddamn Jesus of goddamn fucking basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's Black Jesus right there. Niggas don't believe in Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But anyway, let it keep going.
I know the purist like yourself, people that's been around the boxing game, the fight game for an extended period of time, they understand who he is. Sure. But do you think the casual, the layperson, realize how great he is?
I don't think so. I don't think so. It's what happens. What happens is that we don't realize how wonderful of a person that individual is, or what great of an athlete that person is, until they're maybe passed, or until they're old. We don't realize, we don't tend to do the research, and study the careers and label him as a great one, or it's just it's till the end, obviously, and I think that.
And unfortunately for people like this, a lot of times, like I said, it could be in your everyday life. Every sports is a microcosm of life as well. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times people don't really respect a lot of shit until motherfucker gone, straight up and down. Everybody, when Muhammad Ali was running around here talking all the shit that he was talking and into politics and all this whole other shit, motherfuckers didn't really respect dude like that. It wasn't only until till his ass got Parkinson's and couldn't talk and shit like that and died off, then everybody loved Muhammad Ali. But before, during his heyday, people didn't like, oh, he a big mouth. He this, he that, he this, he that, right? Say the same thing about Malcolm X, right? Malcolm X, a lot of people didn't really fuck with Malcolm X and shit like that at that time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until that nigga passed then everybody loved Malcolm X, right? Everybody loved Malcolm X. Everybody was soul brother number one with Malcolm X, right? But when he was in the heyday, when he was in his prime, talking his shit at the end of the day, motherfuckers didn't want to really be around him. You know what I'm saying? They ain't really want to fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And that just shows you a lot of how fake people can be, man. A lot of people could be real fake at the end of the day, and you got to be careful for shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to have a motherfucker out here kissing your ass and shit, but, a lot of people can be real fake. And then, once a motherfucker ain't around no more, everybody love him. Oh, yeah, Floyd is going to be that same. Floyd's going to be that same kind of thing. One person I can think about, too, is LeBron James, right? A lot of people hate on LeBron and this, that, and the third. I don't think he's better than Mike. I don't think he's better than Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, yeah, maybe he could be better than, that's more of a debate than him and Mike. But a lot of people are not going to really appreciate LeBron like that until his ass really stop playing. LeBron's going to have to stop playing for him to really get I don't know, maybe the love that he's looking for, or maybe some of his fans are looking for. We'll appreciate LeBron after he's done. Steph Curry will go down as another one. Kevin Durant will go down as another one. A lot of these greats, Russell Westbrook will go down as another one. You know what I'm saying? The shit that Russell Westbrook done, we're not going to see that for. By the time we see somebody do what Russell Westbrook did, I'll probably be at least 60 years old. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to see that for a while. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But a lot of times, man, people don't understand what they have until it's gone. And that's what I feel like with a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather is definitely one of those kind of guys, though, that people don't really respect him until he's gone. Now Floyd's gone. People trying to blame Floyd for why boxing is fucked up. But it's like, nigga, Floyd was still fighting everybody. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is running around here ducking and dodging and doing all kind of weird shit and wanting all this money and shit for you know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers is just thinking they could just come out here and just be Money Mayweather. Like, nigga, it was a strategic. I won't even say strategic, but you have to want to fight the best. You gotta want to be the best, and to want to be the best, you gotta. It's like the old saying when Ric Flair used to say that shit in goddamn wrestling: to be the man, you gotta beat the man. You know what I'm saying?
Floyd Mayweather is just a great fighter. He is. He's one of the best.
I think the thing that what makes him so unique is that he didn't hang on too long. A lot of the great fighters, they hang on too long. They fight these young lions, and then it somehow one or two losses diminish the greatness that we saw for over a decade. And Floyd.
Now, one thing I will say about Floyd is that, look, Floyd, I ain't here to count your pockets or nothing like that, bro, man, and I ain't tell you how to get your money. But you keep running around here in these expedition fights, bro. I don't like it, because the minute somebody clip your ass at the end of the day and, you get rocked or get dropped or some shit like that, motherfucker going to be using that shit and really trying to just paint your whole career of, that's all people going to remember. Oh, Floyd got knocked out. Floyd got knocked out. But, this shit don't count on the nigga record. This nigga's just doing this shit for the money and for the love of the sport that he still has. So, but the thing with Floyd is different because Floyd don't drink. Floyd don't smoke. Floyd is constantly still training, still actively training. And he's 45 years fucking old. You know what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna turn my back on Black Jesus. I ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do it. But I just get nervous every time because I just know, man, if they get that goddamn Kodak moment and shit like that, man, they gonna jump all over that, especially the haters. You know what I'm saying?
Never succumb to that.
Right, which is smart, which is great. I mean, he didn't get hit much in his career, in the amateurs, in the pros, and he did it smart. He played it smart. That's what it's all about. It is the business is great, but it wasn't my cup of tea.
Right.
My cup of tea was you fight everybody in their prime, in their peak. You fight against the best, and guess what? The chances of losing are pretty great because you're fighting other great fighters.
Right.
And that was my position. That was my mentality going into every single fight I signed for. With Floyd, you can make the argument, well, okay, this guy he should have fought him 2 years prior. He should have fought him earlier. Maybe he caught him when he was older. You can make the argument, but at the end of the day, when you watch the skills inside the ring, it's just different. Yeah, it's undeniable.
Because you had Floyd Sr. was your trainer up until you got ready to fight Floyd, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Sure.
Had you had Senior in your corner fighting Junior, do you think you win that fight?
Knock him out. I'll knock him out. I would knock him out.
Really?
Absolutely. If I was 1 year younger and had Senior in my corner, I would knock him out.
Because, I mean, listen, I don't know if he would be able to knock him out even if he was 1 year younger, right? But his chances of being able to beat Junior would have been very high. And the reason why I say that is because, Floyd Sr. is the one who taught him the game. So he know Floyd's as great as Floyd is, you know what I'm saying? The nigga, he Black Jesus, you know what I'm saying? But, you got God and then you got Black Jesus. You got God and then you got Jesus, right? So, Floyd Sr. would be God, okay? So he would know his son's goddamn flaws, okay? He would know that, you know what I mean? He would know certain things, all right? And he would know how to really crack that Philly shell at the end of the day. He would know how to crack that. If there's anybody that would know how to do that, it would have been him like I said, what Oscar said in the very beginning, his pedigree, he comes from a family of fighting. You know what I'm saying? His Floyd's father fought. His uncle was a champion. Jeff Mayweather was a fighter as well. So, these niggas, Floyd ain't come up and, you know what I mean? Floyd got a hell of a pedigree with him. You know what I mean?
Really?
Senior was that good of a trainer. You have that much confidence in your ability. You would have done something that no man, I've only seen Floyd take really maybe a handful of solid punches.
Sure.
And you feel you were going to be able to put together a package.
Oh, yeah.
To knock Floyd out.
Absolutely. And you know what the key was? And the key is to that style is a jab. Opens up all the doors. When my jab failed me, it was over. I knew it. In my heart, in my head, I knew it was over.
Yeah, the jab definitely does open up a lot when it comes down to the Philly shell, especially how Floyd was fighting. But I think Floyd would have adapted, and I think he would have jumped out of that Philly shell if that was the case. He actually did do that in the Oscar De La Hoya fight. A lot of people thought, well, I ain't gonna say a lot of people. People thought that Oscar won the fight. I don't think Oscar won that fight. Floyd definitely won that fight. It was easy work, and that's just what it was. You know what I mean? But Oscar put up a hell of an effort. The crowd was more screaming because he was throwing a lot of punches, but a lot of that shit wasn't landing. You know what I'm saying? Floyd, like I said, was catching a lot of shots, rolling them with the, you know what I'm saying? He was just doing a lot of shit at the end of the day where he wasn't getting caught flush really with anything like that. You know what I mean? So, it just kind of was what it was. It still was a great fight. Oscar De La Hoya doesn't take my opinion on him, of him being a great fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. And like I said, this is why I give more credit to Oscar for being honest in this interview, because he could have got up here and did some whole hating nigga shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, Floyd, da-da-da-da. Floyd really wasn't that great. Floyd this, Floyd that, Floyd this. You know what I'm saying? He could have went up there, but, he kept it a dollar bean, kept it a bean pie with him. You know what I'm saying? He kept it a bean pie with Nigga Nation, except for saying that, he got a chin and he didn't really get hurt. And Bernard Hopkins ain't hurt his ass. Like, bro, This nigga had you rolling around in the ring, bro. Like, what are you talking about? That's the only shit Oscar was capping on. You know what I'm saying? And I think he kind of was alluding to capping about Floyd picking and choosing his opponents. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? He kind of capped on that. You know what I mean? It was what it was.
Floyd was coming after me because he closes the show. He knows how to reserve his energies and his gas tank to close the show at the end. And I'll tell you a story.
And that's what Floyd pretty much did. You know what I'm saying? Floyd does that a lot, though, especially older Floyd. You know what I'm saying? But y'all remember the Ricky Hatton fight. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Ricky Hatton was coming through with all that wild shit, this, that, and the third. And you know what happened? Floyd just, you know, let that little dynamite little motherfucker waste all this energy and this, that, and the third. And Ricky Hatton started to slow down as the eighth round came. Floyd started lighting that boy up. You know what I'm saying? And then knocked the nigga out. Hit the nigga with the step back knockout. You know what I mean? Like Floyd was that cold, nigga. Like this nigga Floyd, bro. Woo! This nigga Floyd was so cold with it. This nigga stepped back and knocked the nigga out. Know what I'm saying? Step back, left hook, check left hook, boom, hit the nigga. The nigga hit the turnbuckle, you know, and finished him off after that. Know what I'm saying? Floyd, it was one of the he the coldest, nigga. That nigga Floyd is the coldest, nigga, ever. Know what I'm saying? Period. Know what I'm saying? Had a lot of excitement, you know what I'm saying, watching Floyd and the Floyd Mayweather fights, man. I just remember them fights like they were yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I remember all them fights like they were yesterday. a lot of that shit. Anyway, I was, you know, a kid. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, the excitement for those fights, people wanting to see Floyd lose, probably was really it for me because a lot of people really want to see that nigga lose. At least where I was watching the fights at, they really want to see that nigga lose bad. Handful of niggas wanted to see Floyd win, but you know how niggas be sometimes. Niggas just want to see a nigga lose because you know what I mean? Like niggas just low key hating on a nigga and shit. You know what I mean? My cousin was definitely one of them niggas that just was hating on Floyd. He just wanted to see that nigga just lose one time. He just wanted to see that nigga lose just one time. Like, he can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? He won them all, sir. He won them all, fam. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it is what it is, though. But that nigga Floyd, man, that nigga was one of the coldest, dog. That nigga was one of the coldest, nigga. And when the world was against that nigga, man, that nigga just every time, man. You can't, like I said, that nigga Black Jesus, dog. You know what I'm saying? When the chips was down, when the world was hating on the nigga, you know what I'm saying? When the world wanted to see that nigga lose, that nigga always, the cream always rises to the top, niggas. You know what I'm saying? Always remember that, you know what I'm saying? So you got niggas hating on you, you know what I'm saying? You got niggas in your neighborhood hating on you. You got niggas at your job hating on you. Just always remember this. The cream always rises to the goddamn top, straight up and down, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But let this keep going. I'm about to end this video.
That nobody knows. We were negotiating to fight Floyd again after the contract expired. And I started negotiating with Floyd's father to train me to beat his son. He wanted too much money.
And this what makes me think about that fallout. Now remember that fallout that they had on 24/7. Remember when they was arguing and shit like that? Hell, Floyd Mayweather and Senior, you know what I'm saying? They had that big ass fallout. They damn near was about to fight in the goddamn gym, you know what I'm saying? And Floyd was like, you wasn't shit as a fighter, you ain't shit as a trainer, it's my gym, get the fuck out of my gym. You know, they was going at it, you know what I'm saying? Floyd Senior, make me get out your gym. Make me get out your gym. I'll beat your ass right now. So maybe that little animosity probably had, because, you know, Roger had to come through and be like, all right, Floyd, you said what you needed to say, Floyd. You said what you needed to say, man. Let it go. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. was still hot. You know what I'm saying? He was still hot. Then, you know, Floyd started getting in the mirror, staring at himself and shit. Floyd was a hell of a narcissist, too, though. I ain't going to sit up here and hold you. That nigga was a hell of a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? That nigga loved looking at himself. You know what I mean? Straight up and down. That nigga loved him some him. You know what I'm saying? And so, I guess you got to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be like that. That nigga loved him some him, though. But anyway. So maybe that could have been the reason why they had that little falling out, because I don't really remember. I just remember the cameras on that 24/7. They just cut to the scene where them niggas start arguing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Floyd got word that his dad was going to work with Oscar, and that shit probably rubbed that nigga the wrong way. So, you know, cooler heads prevailed at the end of the day, and he eventually brought his father on to be his main trainer, and he finished off his career with his dad. And the great part about that is when he was fighting. Who was he fighting? He was fighting fucking Andre Berto in his last technical fight, I would say. He's fighting Berto, and he was like, everything you ever taught me, and he almost cried. You know what I'm saying? Nigga almost cried literally in the middle of the fight. You know what I'm saying? So he told him, I listened to you from day one. You know what I'm saying? He almost started crying and shit like that. And, Floyd Sr. had to get the nigga back focused. Like, yeah, I love you too, son, but look, we got another round left. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Sr. had to keep his ass like, hold on, nigga, don't get emotional on me now, nigga. We got one more round now. You know what I'm saying? So, it was always good to see that cooler heads prevailed and they finished off the career together. You know what I'm saying? That was a great thing at the end of the day. Watching him and his dad share that moment. That was a hellified moment. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather, he need a movie, but not right now. You know what I'm saying? He need a movie on this whole shit because it's Black Jesus at the end of the day, straight up and down. Black Jesus, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But anyway, so you got 3 Black Jesuses out here, you know what I'm saying? You got motherfucking Jordan, you know what I'm saying? You got motherfucking Mayweather, and then you got Tell Like It Is TV, you know what I'm saying? I told y'all niggas, man, they don't believe in Jesus out here, man. It is what it is, man. You got Tell Like It Is TV, your YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, you know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. But anyway, don't get mad at me, man. I just got to tell like it is, man. So shout out to day ones. Shout out to new ones, man. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button if you want to donate. The links is in the description box. If not, that's cool. The like button that's right, y'all. The like button is free. Anyway, fair act use. I don't own the rights to this particular, this Uncle Shay. Uncle Shay, I hope y'all niggas don't hit me with no copyright and block my video and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking to make no money off this shit. And even when my channel does get to it, I will make sure that we will unmonetize this particular video. You know what I'm saying? So please, Uncle Shay, you know what I'm saying? Do not block my video, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Y'all want to check this interview out, go to Club Shay Shay's YouTube page, and y'all can watch the entire interview. He has a lot of different topics that they talked about, but I seen this particular video the other day, and I thought that, this was a hellified video because, Oscar really could have got up because the notion is that Floyd and Oscar don't like each other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to believe that might not even be true. You know what I'm saying? Because they've done a lot of business together. And, like I said, Oscar had the perfect platform to jump up on here in front of Nigga Nation and just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't do that. He kept it real. You know what I mean? And, I salute Oscar for that. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But anyway, Tell Like It Is TV. We out of here, y'all.